is tonight we're going to go over the Max Firebox. We're going to light this up and we're going to talk about fire behavior, reading smoke, and actually looking through the camera with the fire. So what we're going to do is start out with, once we get this going and we get ready, when Brian closes the lid, the door, opens the door, I want you to look with the naked eye first through that smoke. Then I want you to bring the camera up and I want you to look through that smoke, see what you're seeing. Because the object of this is, when we get on scene, we're masking up, bleeding the air out of the hose line, getting ready, open the door, we don't want to rush in. That's why we want to use that thermal imaging camera, so we can kind of look and see where that fire is. Remember what I talked about in the class? Convection equals what? Direction, right? So if you see those convection currents, that's going to tell you where the direction of the fire is. The colorization gives you information. Remember, on your cameras, you guys brought your cameras, right? Are we go? No. Okay. Well, we're going to show you our cameras because you guys, your chief ordered the seat cameras. Yes. Well, I was hoping you would have brought the own ones too, so you guys can see through them. So again, what you're going to do is well, I'm going to show you on the seat cameras for Weagle guys, and I want Nichols to look at them too because they're looking at purchasing them. Then what I want you to do is have your camera down, get in high sensitivity mode, bring it up and see the low sensitivity, and look for that green triangle. Now on the seat cameras, you're not going to see that little green triangle because that's called mixed gain mode. It independently changes. So you're going to automatically, you're not going to have any lag in between as you're standing with that camera. Right? So we're going to do that. Again, one rule you always want to keep in mind is never point that camera at the sun. What's very important too is when you lay your cameras down, like if you're on scene, you have to make sure that the lens is facing downward. Because if it's pointing up at that sun, it will burn it out, and it's very expensive to get these things fixed. So what we'll do is, Brian and I will get our coats on here in a second. He's going to get ready to light it. It's going to take a couple minutes to get it going. And as we get it going, we'll start shutting the door, opening the door, so you guys can see it. Then what I want you guys to notice is when it flashes over, the fire coming out when you see it. And then what we'll do is, as Brian opens the door, he's going to light the smoke. Because smoke is fuel. Remember that now. Think about what's in our homes today. Plastics, synthetics. All our furniture is made out of solid gasoline. So smoke is very, very ignitable, right? It's fuel. So we want to kind of keep that in the back of our mind. When the smoke comes out, mixes, get that right mixture with the air, and it lights up, that's called vent point ignition, okay? So, Weagle, you guys saw the one video, you guys didn't get a chance to see it because I didn't put it in yours, where they get on scene, they got one fire blown out of one window, and then the other two, I thought this has nothing but smoke coming out. But when the camera was up there, you could see the high heat, and we were looking at the colorization. One thing, keep in mind, don't focus on that spot temperature, okay? We want you to focus on the colorization. We want you to see the yellow, the orange, and then the red. And again, you can, I still have the color code for you guys so you can see. On the seats at 302 degrees, that's where you're going to get that colorization. Anything up to 302 is what we call grayscale, okay? So you'll see that as we get going. So Brian's going to get ready here. I'm going to get my... guys, decision-making tint, situational tint. What's the difference? This has the same specs as this. Remember, this has more insulation.
That one show more?
This one doesn't. At 250 degrees, this can withstand for 20 minutes. 302 degrees, 5 minutes. Okay. So again, this has more insulation. This is the decision-making tint. Change the mode. Hold this black one down for like 3 seconds and it'll switch. This one here, on these ones here to switch them, it's you hold these two down together. Not in survey mode. Someone hold that. Again, don't point those at the sun. You guys got yours on? All right, so you guys can see, just point your camera at there right now. Tell me what orange and red. Okay, so you're over 300 degrees. And if you got some orange in there, you're over 600 degrees, okay? All right, Brian, go ahead. What are you guys getting? You guys can come closer. You guys can come closer. Okay. No, that won't. That's not it. Let me see. Oh. Yeah, so yours may not be set necessarily in that mode. Okay, go ahead, close it up, Brian. Okay, so now Brian's going to hold it there for a second. When he takes it off, put your cameras down. I want you to look at the smoke. Tell me if you see any fire behind that smoke, okay? Whenever you're ready, put your camera up there.
There's fire back there. Yup.
Oh, yeah.
See it. See it now?
Yeah. That's crazy.
Notice the change in the color of the smoke, too.
Yeah. Okay. I want you to look at these convection currents. Can you see them right through the camera? What does that look like through that camera? You can see it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What do we got? Turn your camera sideways to the gangster grip. Tell me if you can see that from the ground up. That's your gangster grip, okay? Mm-hmm. All right, go ahead, Ryan. You're going to shut it down. Going to hold it for a second. See what he did? He lit that smoke. And it goes right back to the growth stage. It doesn't go back to the incipient stage. One thing about reading smoke, there's 4 attributes of smoke. Does anybody remember what those are? I didn't talk about them in the class, but anybody remember from Firefighter 1? Volume, velocity, density, and color. Okay?
Now you got the strap.
Yeah, you see it.
Yeah, I got it now.
What was that? Notice something like the density of the smoke, color.
The wet carpet, the paper's starting to turn a little bit of color. So Brian's going to close it up again. When he ends up opening it here in a few seconds, look again through the eyes, your eyes first, and then use the camera, right? I'm surprised you guys aren't getting,
The triangle came up on mine.
Yeah,
Did it?
It did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, that triangle means what? You're in low sensitivity, okay? So now, here's what I want you guys to do. Take your cameras, point them this way. I want you to slowly bring them over here. When you get over here, your cameras, you're going to pick up color right away. Tell me when you pick up color.
Just already. I see you. Oh, yep, there's color right away.
Did you pick up color?
Yeah.
Okay. Turn it away again. Bring it back. Was there a lag? Now tell me when it hit. A little bit of a lag?
Yep.
Okay. With the seat cameras, you're not going to have that lag. So here's what I want someone to do looking at this one too. I want someone to take the K50.
Are they the sheet? Are they the sheet?
Colorizes at 150 degrees is when you start getting colorization. The thing you need to keep in mind, I told you guys from a week ago when you guys get these, survey mode is good for the beginning of the fire and after the fire, because when you're inside, you got to go back to TI basic. Because after 300 degrees, your lens will turn red on you. You won't see anything, okay?
Is this for us right here in the survey mode?
That means, yes, that means survey mode. So now, yeah, if you want to go to TI basic, you got to hold the black button down for 3 seconds. On yours, you hold both together and they automatically change. So,
Flipped over.
if you look at this one, I got that green triangle. Now, I'm going to move it away. My triangle disappeared. Now watch, if you guys can see this, watch when I slowly come over. See how it froze?
Yeah.
It was red in it for, watch this again. This is with the K50 flare. Watch as I come over. I got the red. Oh, Brian, shut it down. Here, somebody take the K50. Pass it around. And when you guys want, take a look, grab the seat. I want you to look at the seat too.
Anyone want this? Took a while.
Very like
So you guys did get the green triangle right in that corner, okay? So again, when you guys see that green triangle, what does that mean? Low sensitivity. You got to do something about that, right? You don't go through the door and we start searching. You want to scan low first, and then bring it up nice and slow. When we do our scans, we bring it slow. We don't bring it fast. And again, as you first open that door, you're looking down the hallway, and we'll put that on here in a little while. You want it gangster mode, because you're seeing from floor to ceiling.
The dry carpeting's catching all the paper.
See the wet carpet is just now starting to catch. The paper's on fire. Now you got the dry carpet completing. This is why it's important when you get to that room of origin is you got to spray that water everywhere. You want to hit your furniture and so forth, okay? You want to make sure. So again, you want to make this room yours. You want to get that fire out, so you want to hit it with the reach of the stream. So let me go ahead and... Now what I'm going to do, we're not going to light it. We're going to let it flash over. So if you guys have slow motion on your camera, go ahead and set it for slow motion. So here we go. Now watch. What color you got there now?
yellow and like a little red.
What you got, Doc?
Yellow, a little bit of red on the side.
Yep. Thanks for
So you got 1,000 degrees in that corner. Yep. You're at 302 up to 599 with the yellow. Yeah, our fuel load's getting lower. I'll tell you when, bro. Oh, hang on one second. Okay, Brian, go. Like that smoke, bro. There it goes. So there's, again, this is why you want to be careful. Because now the room, that room just flashed over. So if you're not spraying water as you're going down that hallway, you're not going to see what you got. You throw that camera up there, and you see what you got. If you got 2 on the line, 3 on the line, one person with a thermal imaging camera will say, to your right, to your left, high, low, hit it with the hose stream. Okay. All right, so let's get this going here. Here we go. What temperature? Do you see any red?
Yep. Lots of red.
Okay. So now what I want you guys to do, come around this side.
Here's red.
I want you to point your camera at this box right here. You think this side of this box is hotter than 80 degrees? Yeah, it is, okay? Are you getting any colorization?
A little bit. I got yellow. On the outside.
Yep. Okay. What this is called, any shiny object is called emissivity, okay? So if you're in a kitchen and there's a kitchen fire and you're using a thermal imaging camera, you're not going to get a true reading. That's why you want to. That's why you don't want to look at that spot temperature. You want to look at the colorization of the thermal imaging camera. Okay. All right. Come on back over here. So we lost our firefighter. I'm going to shut it up. I want to get my camera again, so I want to get the flash over. And just do it for like a second, Brian. Hang on 1 second. So, think about this for a minute. Close it up again, Brian. You're at the door, you're all masked up, you ready to go, you open the door. What do? Boom, we go right inside. We don't have the thermal imaging camera right down the hallway. Come on, flash. Come on. Bring it down. We'll take these out. We'll put the old one in, and then we'll put the what we're going to do is we're going to change this out so we can put that attachment on. 2022 is your red. That's on the seats. Okay. This is for your. This is your Scott V320, which I was hoping you guys had, but you brought the MSA, right? When you were looking at that, did they have a green triangle?
No, it did not.
It did not. Okay, because that's a situational awareness tick. Your guys' is K2. This is when your guys' stuff colorizes. Your yellows from 3 to 500, 600 to 800, and then 800 to 1200 is your red. I want to see that when we get this going. I want to look through your camera. It's going. When Brian closes it up again, you're going to see. So as you're getting on scene, this is your hallway. Once you look through with your thermal camera, you see fire back there through the camera. You got to spray it with water. You got to open the hose line. Don't wait till you get to the seat of the fire, because what's going to happen is, eventually that room could possibly flash over on you, and that's what's going to happen. All right, so he's getting a nice little fire going in there. So go ahead and close it up, right? I want you guys to see. What's that?
Closer.
Yeah, come up closer, guy. Yeah, come on.
I got red inside, but on the outside it's more.
Okay, so you got yellow, so right now, well, before Brian lit that, you didn't see no fire through the naked eyes.
No.
Okay. So Brian's gonna close it up again. Before you point that camera, I want you to look, tell me if you've seen anything with the naked. What you seeing?
I got a little bit of red.
If you got red, you got high temperature. What do you guys in Nichols got?
Just white.
Oh, are you in survey mode?
Yeah, to the.
Okay, all right, that's why. All right, so let's switch this to TI Basic. Let me see this one real quick. So you got see how you got yellow in yours?
Yeah.
Okay, this camera here is picking up where that camera was. So that means it's over 300 degrees, 302 degrees right now. So right now you're to walk, you're not seeing it. So you bring that camera up and you see you got colorization. Where would you direct that hose stream right now? Anybody?
Left corner.
Left corner. So if DJ is on the line, right? Stand up here. And then I want you guys to take it down to gangster mode too. I want you to gangster grip and see.
It just opens up the camera so much more now. You can see floor to ceiling. Looking for victims, but you can also keep track of the heat overhead.
The difference in the two.
Are you getting any green triangle on that?
No, I have a
Come over here.
Notice how the smoke.
It was over.
Come right here for a second. Okay, see that green triangle? In the left corner? Now watch. It went away. Now you're in high sensitivity. So now I'm bringing it over, I'm scanning. Now watch. You got red, now watch. Boom. See how it took a few seconds and lagged? See that green triangle? That means you got to do something quick. Now I want you to look at that spot temperature. What's that spot temperature showing you? Right here. That fire is a lot hotter than that. You got over 300, you got over actually close to 1,000 degrees there right now. So you don't look at the spot temperature. Same with you guys, take a look. Any fire yet?
No, not by naked eye,
But you all can see, you can all see that heat behind it, the colors, right?
Oh, yeah.
And as an interior, walking without a tick,
Right, you don't
you
know.
wouldn't think anything of it, right? You got some heat, you got some smoke, but there's no flame, so there's no big deal.
But if you're going in, like I said, right now I can see the left bottom corner.
Yep.
It's red. So that's where we're going to
So
direct our
think
first.
about, you roll up on scene, your first engine on scene, you only have 500 gallons, okay?
Right.
You know now where to put that hose line, right?
Right.
I'm not saying there's not more fire somewhere else.
Right.
That's why whoever's the first on scene needs to do that 360.
Right.
And if you have that smaller camera, the Fire Pro 300, you're going to see on that 360 if you have any other fire anywhere else. Right. So now you open it up. Kevin saw, hey, left-hand corner, top or bottom, whatever.
Yep.
Tells the guy on the knob, hit it. Okay.
Yep.
Knock it down. There you go. But too many firefighters are crawling in past rig at every call. Think about car accidents.
Yeah.
Remember when I showed you guys?
So I got back to the station. I sat in the car. I drove there. I went in the station for a half hour. Came out. My seat was still showing.
So you get on scene of an MVA, a rollover or something. One person in the car, unconscious, passed out. You take your thermal image camera, you scan the other seats, and you got heat signature. That means somebody else was in that seat.
Yep.
So you need to start looking around. Electrical wires, I'm going to tell you right now. Rich, Brian and I, we had a call up on help me, Allen Glen Road. Parts of the tree came down, pulled the power lines, pulled the cable line. The cable line came across the road. I got my own personal one like that. I grabbed it, put it down there. It was live. It was white hot. Even though it was a cable line, it was energized due to the fact that it was tangled in with the power line.
Right.
So guys, pull your thermal imaging cameras off on every call. Smells and bells, you can find out with electrical fires and stuff. I found 2 of them, not electrical fire, but electrical problems with my thermal camera because I got white heat on the board, on the panel box. You get now, if you see fire, you know exactly where. You don't. If you open the door and you see fire like that, you don't need to bring that camera up. Look, you know where the fire is.
Yeah.
So we want you to use that camera. You get on scene and you don't see the fire. You're looking through the smoke. Okay. That's what you're looking for, guys. Again, when you guys take your cameras, go away, go to high sensitivity, bring it up. I want go ahead and do you. I want to see you real quick, if you don't mind. Okay, there it is. No, you see how long it took for that to colorize? You bring me that seek one. Okay, now watch this, guys. Watch this. You ready? I want to what? You see? See the seek?
Oh, wow.
See what you guys got?
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, it was instant.
You could miss something with this camera. I'm not saying it's not a bad camera. I'm not saying it's not a bad camera. Just beware that you're going to have probably a 4 to 5 second lag versus the seek. If I was to come up, you're going to automatically get colorization because this is mixed gain mode. Those are dual gain mode, okay? Big difference. So I highly encourage you, if you're looking, flares are good cameras. If you get a K65 or higher, or like a K65 is good. Ours are kind of older. Ours are K50s. K55s are okay, but I would invest. This actually costs less than a flare. And, again, these are game changers. Now, again, you want to go. If I want to go into survey mode, that's going to colorize at 150. But remember, in survey mode, on the Seeks, once you get over 300 degrees, this is going to turn red on you because you're in high heat. Okay, so you need to go into TI Basic. Okay? That's the main thing you want to make sure you're in TI Basic. These are great for overhaul, looking for hidden fires. Survey mode is awesome. If somebody wants to use, anybody hasn't used it? Have you used it yet? Anybody?
I used it.
It's all about knowing your equipment too.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, like if you know that might jump a little bit,
and have that delay, you might want to scan just a little bit slower.
So seeing what you got for smoke, you open that door, look at the velocity. Got some fast moving smoke coming out of that house right now, out of that hallway. Okay? If Brian was to let that go for a few minutes, what's going to happen? And once that air mixes, again, you got to have that right mixture of air in order for that to flash over.
Look how far it's banked down.
See that? Yeah, see how it's banked down?
Yeah.
Right now, you can't see any fire, correct? No. So again, you bring that camera up. Look what we got in there. It's up in the ceiling and so forth. So again, that's the whole purpose. You get on scene, you open the door, I'm looking, okay, we definitely got heat behind there. I got some orange in the bottom. So that's where the hotter part of the fire, there it is. Brian just hit, you see how he lit that smoke? That's all it takes. It can be air, it could be an ember falling off from the roof or something. Once it hits that smoke. And one thing, keep in mind, if you get caught in a flashover, chances are surviving. If you're 5 feet in or more, you're not going to survive. Look at the velocity on that smoke. I want to get in slow motion when you do the hands. Smoke is fuel. Any questions on so far on this, guys? See any value again on this? Okay. Again, that's why it's important to have that camera. Like right now, I'm getting a bunch of yellow. This from the side. Again, look at the heat we got in there. Now watch, I'm gonna take it over here. As soon as I come back over, see how I got that colorization? Where's that flare? Bring that big one over here. I want you guys to watch. Now watch. See that lag? See the green triangle? Now watch when I go over here. Green triangle goes away. I come over. I got red at first, and then boom. So again, that's why it's important is that you have to make sure you're doing it nice and slow, unless or even with this you do, but you're going to get that colorization quicker with the seek versus the flare. So you guys see on your K2s, you guys will get that green triangle. Again, yours is a situational awareness because this is a 160 by 120 resolution. This is a 320 by 240. This is a 25 hertz refresh rate. This is a 60. But this is faster because of the mixed gain mode, right? So what that means is 25 pictures per second, right? 60. Yours on that is only, believe it or not, this is a 9 hertz, okay? So the refresh rate isn't as fast on the K2. Again, a very rugged camera, but it's meant for the beginning of the fire, after the fire, or during sizing. This is on my ladder truck, and then the 2 small ones are on our fast attacks, the pickup trucks. So again, I have 3 K50s and 1 of the seat cameras, and then I got 2 of the Fire Pro 300s. Yeah, I gotta turn it back on. See in a second. Turn your cameras on on your way to the scene. Because believe it or not, even though it comes on, it takes like 30 seconds to go through its cycle. Okay, so hang on a second, 1 second, Rich. I want to get rid of that. Okay, now watch. Now it's in high sensitivity mode.